Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Limousin show over in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 1. This is an excellent way to kickstart our Limousin show with class number 1, the percentage heifer calves. And of course, there are 2 in the class. We are excited today to have an astute cattleman with us, Casey Phillips. And of course, Casey is no stranger to this show ring. We're going to talk a little bit more about Casey and his family as the show goes on, but we want to thank Tyler Stewart as our ringman, and Cody Miller and Tim Andrew as marshals, Lois Andrew and Tessa Verbeek as the clerks, and banner presenter, a cute little Ryland Verbeek. So once again, this is percentage heifer calves here in the Limousin show, show ring number 1. Casey, along with his wife Arlana, son Cord, and daughter Perry, own and operate KR Land and Cattle. It is a 5th generation mixed farm consisting of purebred Charolais cows, purebred Angus cows, and a small elite herd of club calf females. Casey and Cord are both actively involved in all aspects of the purebred industry, from showing to marketing and judging across Canada. KR Charolais holds an annual bull sale on the last Saturday in February, where 55 Charolais bulls are sold, along with a handful of Angus bulls. KR also hosts the online steer and heifer sale known as The Pursuit every fall in September. And folks, if you watched that this September, it was a record breaker. So congratulations to the Phillips family, and we are thrilled to have you here as our official judge for the Limousin show.
And Tracy and Horizon Ag and Turf, show ring number 2, we have our Gelbfie show. Leading the way is our balancer and percentage show. We're starting off with our junior heifer calf, then we'll be moving into our intermediate heifer calf and our senior heifer calf. We will have a junior bred heifer class, and then we get into the cow calf pairs before we get into our balancer, grand and reserve grand champion female, and shifting our gears into our balancer bulls before we get into the purebred show. We're very fortunate to have Janet Kerr as well as Carly Klein and Ainsley Dow as our ring staff. Ainsley and Carly from the Olds College Red Angus show team, and our judge is none other than Brian McKenzie from Pincher Creek, Alberta, making a return for the first time in a few years here to the Expo Center. And as Farm Fair moves into its second half century here in Hall B. This first class is our balancer percentage junior heifer calf division. It's a single entry class, and this will also be our division champion, sponsored by C3 Farms. That's Peyton and Darby Callaway. Many thanks to sponsor C3 Farms, Peyton and Darby Callaway.
And Rob, in show ring number 1, we're ready for comments from Judge Phillips.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Really nice way to start off the Limousin show here in the percentage class. These females are different in their type and makeup, and they're 2 months apart, but both really high quality. The black heifer that wins the class, I think, is just a little more refined in her makeup, and yet you get in behind her and she's stout, she's big rib, lots of lower middle third in that female, tracks well, and I think when she gets to be the same age as the red one, she'll still hold up all that nice clean presence to her. The red heifer's big and stout and long spine, really nice female, maybe more of a brood type cow in the long run than the black one as a show heifer, but both excellent in their own rights.
Thank you, Casey. So first in class and receiving the champion percentage heifer calf banner from McCrae's Farm and Ranch Supply, Boss Lake Miss Lovely 554N, entry number 1 from Boss Lake Genetics. And second in class, RPY Payne's Tanya 37N, entry number 2 from Payne Livestock of Lloydminster. But Rob, you've got comments ready over in ring number 2.
Yes, and we are ready with comments from our judge Brian McKenzie in Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring number 2 on our first class of our Gelbvieh Balancer Percentage Show, our Junior Heifer Calf Division. Folks, here's Judge McKenzie.
Well, good morning, folks. Great way to start off this Gelbvieh show, the Balancer Show. I've always been a fan of the Balancer program of the Gelbvieh breed. I've watched it for several years, and boy, and I tell you what, it's done an amazing job in the industry there. Nice heifer calf to start off this deal. Not a lot of competition here. January heifer calf, absolutely gorgeous in her makeup there as far as femininity and length of body goes. And we'll see her in a little bit down the road here in this show. So thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Brian. Our C3 Farms Peyton and Darby Callaway sponsored champion junior heifer calf of our Gelbvieh Balancer Percentage Show is entry number 1, DRCC Ms. Redline 5764N from Dusty Rose Cattle Company of Dap, Alberta. We'll be seeing entry number 1 again once we move into our Balancer and Percentage Grand Champion female class. We'll move now into the intermediate heifer calf class. These are the calves born from February 16th to March 31st. So late winter, early spring born, and there will be 2 coming into the ring for Judge Brian McKenzie to evaluate in a division that is sponsored by 7T Cattle, Adam Nielsen. Many thanks to sponsor of our intermediate heifer calf division, 7T Cattle, Adam Nielsen. And Judge McKenzie, your class is complete.
And we're ready for comments on our percentage yearling heifer from Judge Casey Phillips.
We've got a big stout broody female in a single entry. She's long bodied, really wide topped. Really got to admire the hip and quarter in this female. I'd like to clean her up a little bit in the underline, but that's a heifer that gets out and moves nice and is going to be a big old brood cow in her day.
Thank you, Casey. So your percentage champion yearling heifer goes to entry number 45, Plains Matchmaker 38M from Plains Limousin of Wainwright, and receiving the banner from B-Bar Cattle. Congratulations once again to Plains Limousin, and we'll have our 2 heifers join the yearling and come back to declare our champion percentage female.
Over the course of our days at FARMFAIR International, we will be spotlighting our major FARMFAIR sponsors. And the first of those is the Alberta Angus Association. Alberta Angus Association is involved in many projects to promote the Angus breed, including 4-H, junior shows, scholarships, and more. Thank you to Alberta Angus.
Once again, we'd like to thank our percentage banner sponsors, McCrae's Farm and Ranch Supply, B-Bar Cattle, and our Grand and Reserve Grand Champion percentage female will get a banner sponsored by Sage and Soil Media. And our Judge Casey Phillips will just take a few moments to deliberate on who his percentage champion female will be here in the Limousin show.
And in Horizon Ag Turf Showing number 2, we're ready for comments from Judge McKenzie on his intermediate balancer and percentage heifer calves.
A nice pair of March calves here in our second class of the day in this balancer show. Tell you what, it's unfortunate that we didn't have a few more calves out here in this class, because I think this would end up the very same way there with these 2. They could stand a lot of competition. See, Rob, I haven't been in a show ring in a while. Beautiful heifer calf to start off this class here. Tell you what, I just love her depth of body and her rib shape, and beautiful made up through her front end there. Lots and lots of body to her there and ample muscling. Boy, I tell you, she could stand some competition, that heifer calf there. Won in second place, and I'm not out here today at all to beat up any of these cattle and give negative reasons at all. But I tell you what, when you got to make a decision and you got to put one ahead of the other, it's tough. Extreme length of body here in this heifer calf, an absolutely gorgeous scald. Just that she ran into a little bit of a heifer calf above her there that when she walked into the ring, I really, really enjoyed her makeup and depth of body and everything about her. So congratulations, these two. I'm sure they're going to be tough moving forward here for the rest of the day.
Thank you, Judge McKenzie. Our intermediate champion balancer percentage Gelbvieh heifer calf is entry number 2, JML Nightshade 8N from JML Farms of Lamont, Alberta. The reserve champion, and remember this division sponsored by 7T Cattle Adam Nielsen, goes to entry number 4, BPR Nancy 30N from RPPR Cattle Company of Kalmar, Alberta, Black Poplar Ranch. Ready for comments now from our judge in Horizon Egg and Turf, show ring number 1. Folks, here's Casey.
Thanks, Rob. We got 3 really outstanding females here. Little differences in their type and makeup, but really high quality right on all 3 of these. Sound, good footed, get out and move good, lots of muscle shape. So with that, I'll select my champion and then my reserve.
Congratulations go to Plains Limousin of Wainwright with Plains Matchmaker 38M. That's entry 45 will be your champion percentage Limousin female, followed by the first place in our percentage heifer calf. The entry from Boss Lake Genetics with Brooklyn on the halter. That's Boss Lake Miss Lovely 554N. That's entry number 1. She'll be your reserve champion. And once again, we thank Sage and Soil Media as our percentage champion banner sponsors. Our next class in the ring is going to be class number 10, and it's a single entry. This kicks off our purebred show.
And Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 2 with our Gelbvieh show moves now into our senior heifer calf of the balancer percentage Gelbvieh division. This is heifers that are born from early January to early February. There will be 4 coming into the ring for Judge Brian McKenzie of Bryler Ranch down Pincher Creek Way. And Judge McKenzie, your class is complete. This senior heifer calf class and senior heifer calf division is sponsored by Silverline Farm. Many thanks to Silverline Farm.
Well, if that isn't the sweetest photo opportunity with Brooklyn and Ryland in a division championship, I don't know what is. Congratulations once again to our percentage champions, and we'll get started with class number 10, junior heifer calves.
If you're helping yourself to a coffee here in Hall B, you definitely want to thank our Alberta beef producers. Their work is driven by producers for producers. Find out more about what your commission is doing for you today. Visit abpdaily.com and follow Alberta beef producers on your favorite social platforms. FARMFAIR is very proud of its association with and sponsorship from our industry body here in Alberta, Alberta Beef Producers.
And now we'll have comments on this single entry junior heifer calf from Judge Casey.
This one here is real high quality. She's really deep and soggy. I just love the rib shape in this female. Her hip structure's perfect, sound as you can make them. Love the skull on this one. This is a really high quality female. She could stand a lot of competition.
Thank you, Casey. So our junior heifer calf champion in the purebred show is entry number 3, RPY. Payne's Ashley 72N, exhibited by Payne Livestock of Lloydminster. Congratulations to the Paynes on your junior heifer calf champion. Next class is class number 12. This is our intermediate heifer calves. And Judge Phillips, you should have 3 entries in this next class. 3 entries in class number 12.
And in Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 2, comments from our judge on our Silverline Farm sponsored Balancer Intermediate Heifer, Senior Heifer Calves. Folks, here's Brian, our judge.
Well, Rob, I wondered when this was going to come up here today, the red and black thing in a class. I think most of you know that I'm a red Angus guy there, but it doesn't matter to me on what color these cattle are out here today. Excellent set of heifer calves here. First part of February to the end of January kind of calves, but we're going to start this with this red Angus heifer, or red colored heifer calf, pardon me, in the Balancer division. Absolutely gorgeous. When she walked in the ring there, she just commands your attention there. Lots of depth of body, beautiful skulled. You get behind her in her pins there, and she's got all kinds of width in there in her pins, and lots and lots of muscling. I really appreciate this heifer calf here. She's beautiful. Heifer calf in second place. I got a buddy down in Saskatchewan there by Gull Lake there that describes cows as old man cows. And when they got this kind of depth of body and this kind of spring of rib and stuff, that's exactly what he's talking about. Really appreciate this heifer calf for her depth of body. Beautiful skull shape, all kinds of thickness behind her. She just runs into a pretty tough one in ahead of her there, but all in all, very good to heifer calf there, and this black heifer calf in second place. Really appreciate her. The other two just don't stack up to the other calves ahead of them there, but boy, I tell you what, they're going to go on and make nice females moving forward. Thank you.
And thanks very much, Judge McKenzie. Our Silverline Farm sponsored champion, senior heifer calf, goes to Duncan Pearson of Pearson Farms at Calmar, Alberta. Entry number 7, J&A Duchess 352N, is our class winner and our senior heifer calf champion. She'll be advancing to our champion female class of this Balancer percentage division, and we'll be joined by our reserve senior heifer calf champion for Shelby Horn of Tango Ridge Ranch, Thorsby, Alberta, entry number 6, with DL Gentai Oreo 190N. If you're marking a show program on Class 5, your Balancer percentage Gelbvieh senior heifer calves, entry number 5 places 3rd, entry number 6 places 2nd, entry number 7 is 1st, and entry number 8 places 4th. We're ready now with comments on Horizon Ag Turf showing number 1 in our Limousin show from Judge Casey Phillips of Wassetna, Alberta. Folks, Judge Phillips.
3 high-quality females here again. I think the black one wins the class pretty handily. She's super stout, soggy made. So much rib in this female, really nice in her chest floor, good foot on this female, a real strong one to win the class. Next 2 females are a little more similar in type than the one that wins the class. They're long body, they just give up a little bit in terms of overall balance and cleanliness in through that front end. The one in second is there because she's a bit stouter than the one in third, a little more level in her hooks to pin makeup, but that third place female is real high quality again, long bodied, sound. Just gives up a little bit in terms of overall balance and structure to the 2 that beat her today, but 3 real good females.
Well, thank you so much, Casey. And your intermediate heifer calf champion is the entry from Payne Livestock of Lloydminster, entry number 4, RPY Payne's Gretchen 63N. And she is taking home the champion banner sponsored by Cornerstone Land and Cattle, and our reserve intermediate heifer calf banner sponsored by Eden Meadow Farms is entry 6, SGL New Era 35N from Shortgrass Limousin of Swift Current, Saskatchewan. And third in class, entry number 7, SGL Nickel 32N, also exhibited by Shortgrass Limousin. I was remiss in announcing the banner sponsor for the champion junior heifer, and that was sponsored by RG Farms. Our next class into our Limousin ring is our senior heifer calves. And Judge Phillips, you should have 5 entries in this class. This is our first split of 2 senior heifer calves, the first of 2 splits.
And in Horizon Egg and Turf show ring number 2, we move into our yearlings of the Balancer Percentage Gelb Feed Division. This is the junior bred heifer, and in fact it is our only yearling class. It is sponsored by Silverline Farms, so first and second will be our champion and reserve champion of the junior bred heifer. There are no intermediates or seniors, so we'll move right from here into the cow-calf pair units. So this is our sole yearling heifer class, and it is our junior yearling heifer division, sponsored by Silverline Farms. You're looking at a April heifer and a March heifer, early April and mid-March.
If you're marking your show program here at the show, you can scratch entry number 12. Entry number 12 is a scratch. So Judge Phillips, this is your first of 2 splits of senior heifer calves, 4 in the class.
For 55 years, Alta Genetics has been providing top quality service to our industry, and they have valued the strong partnerships with exhibitors here at Farm Fair and across Canada who have supported Alta throughout the years. These relationships are the foundation of their success, and they're proud to continue serving the cattle industry with dedication and innovation. Terry White and the crew from Alta Genetics will be around Farm Fair all this week, and we're very proud of the long-term association with Alta Genetics. And in Horizon Egg and Turf show ring number 2, we're ready with comments from Judge McKenzie on his yearlings of the Balancer Percentage Gelb Feed Division.
Well, thank you, Rob. Tell you what, again, we're not big on numbers here out here in this Balancer show to start the Gelbie show off here today, but these 2 heifers could stand quite a bit of competition as well. I'm loving the rib shape on the cattle that I'm seeing so far coming through here. They got some presence to them. They got some beautiful skull shape to them. Big old depth of rib on this first heifer that we're going to start with. Tell you what, if it appears that I'm talking to the exhibitors here, I am, because I want to get some information on some of these. I don't know a lot about the cattle other than it being a visual appraisal of them. So I like to get some insight, because when she first walked in, I thought to myself, love the heifer, but I'd like to see a little more udder development. Then the young man tells me that they calve in April and May, so I can cut her a break. All right, so you get behind that heifer there. Absolutely beautiful from her, as far as the width in her pins goes, the depth of body and the balance. And I guess that's kind of fitting there when it's the Balancer show, but that heifer is extremely well balanced. Heifer in second there, I guess, you know, with a beautiful udder coming down, that kind of caught my attention there on this heifer. Beautiful skull shape to her. Lots and lots of power to her there. She just runs into a pretty good team up in that front end there, but if you do want to get a little bit picky on her, I'd like to put a little bit more meat around her tail head there in through her pin width. But other than that, that's a very, very good effort too. This current cattle market that we're on is absolutely wonderful there. We've all toiled away for a long, long time in this business there, and it's wonderful to get to a position that we're in. Can't wait to get to the bred heifer market there, and when you got a couple of bred heifers like this out here, you're in pretty good hands there, Gelbvieh breed.
Thanks very much, Judge McKenzie. Our Silverline Farm sponsored champion junior bred heifer is B&H Made Right Lou 7M from B&H Livestock, the Holmans of Red Deer County. Entry number 9 is our division champion. Our reserve division champion, JML Farms and Chase Lauren with JML Moneypenny 19M. Entry number 10 is our reserve division champion. We'll move now into our balancer percentage 2-year-olds, but we're ready with comments from Judge Casey Phillips on Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 1, the Limousin show.
Thanks again, Rob. Really nice set of 4 females in this class. So I think the one that wins it pretty handily. She's super stout, super soggy, soft made, and yet so nice and refined through that front end. Beautiful skull on this female. And you really stop and analyze her. Her foot's really nice too. She travels well. You know, when you get them that stout and you can still keep them level and that hook to pin structure, that's something. So that's a real nice one there. Second place female in second's a little bit larger framed heifer. You got to admire that one for her length of body and her overall balance as well. Just maybe gives up a little bit in terms of her softness and depth of rib, and in behind that shoulder is the one that beats her. But really nice heifer again. Heifers in third and fourth just give up a little bit in terms of overall mass and power. I'd like to watch these heifers move a little better today to place higher, but 4 real good females in this class.
Thank you, Casey. So advancing to our senior division final is entry number 10, DBCC A New Dawn 10N, exhibited by Double B Cattle Company and Venture Livestock. Second in class, entry number 11, RG's Jazzed 8N from RG Farms of Spirit River. Third in class, entry number 9, BK's Jitterbug 10N, exhibited by RG Farms. And fourth in class, Kowalchuk Sneaka from Bar Diamond K Cattle of Vilna with entry number 13. So our top 2 advance to our senior division finals. Once again, congratulations to entry 10 and entry 11. In our next class, our second and final split of senior heifers. We should once again have 5 heifers in the class.
Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2 features now our 2-entry, class number 11, the balancer percentage 2-year-olds. Judge McKenzie, your class is complete. And this class, also a division championship, is sponsored by Big West Gelbvieh. Many thanks, Big West. And folks, if you're marking your program, or if you are some of those folks watching from around the world and across Canada on DLMS, the top 2 from each of our balancer and percentage classes will be advancing to our Grand Champion female class, which is not very far away. We have our 2-year-old division in the ring, then we have a single entry mature class and division, and then we'll be rolling right in to our Grand and Reserve Grand Champion balancer and percentage female class. Then we'll get into the balancer percentage bulls, and there's not that many of those, actually only 3 head in total. And then we'll be into our purebred show, starting with our junior heifer calves. BrokerLink is a proud insurer of farms and agribusiness. Contact BrokerLink today to get the right coverage for your insurance needs. And Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2 has comments now from Judge Brian McKenzie on his Big West Gelbvieh sponsored balancer percentage 2-year-olds cow-calf pairs. Folks, Judge Brian McKenzie presiding.
Well, thank you, Rob. This is what it all comes down to right here in the cow business for me, is these cow-calf pair classes there. Get to see what these cows have done after a couple of years, whether you drag them out as heifer calves and breds. But when they lay down and have you a calf, these 2-year-old females there, that's how I judge the herds that I go and look, as I like to look at the 2-year-olds and the job that they've done. You can tell a lot from a program there on their L females here this year. But we're going to start this class with this beautiful black cow with a beautiful black heifer calf at side. Very nice udder on this cow, doing a heck of a job on this calf there. Fits very well together as a pair, very well balanced. The femininity is incredible here on this cow. So I wish them all the best. They're moving forward with a cow like that. I think she's got a big future ahead of her. Now here's where I get into a little bit of a problem here. Love the job that this cow is doing on this bull calf here. To me, when you have your own bull sale and you're raising cattle there, boy, I tell you what, you love to see them cows lay down when you lift up the leg and it's a bull calf there on one of your favorite cows. But moving forward there, that calf has got a huge future there. Great job on the cow there, but she just does not have as much power as the cow ahead of her. But I got to commend her though, and this exhibitor there on the job she's doing on that bull calf there. Fantastic pairs, both of them.
And thanks, Judge McKenzie. In our Big West Gelbvieh sponsored balancer percentage 2-year-old cow-calf pair division, our champion is RTG Rosebud L109, entry number 12 from Rocky Talk Gelbvieh of Bashaw, is our division champion. Our reserve division champion, second in place, entry number 11, GAC Golden Evangeline L112 from Green Acres Cattle Company, the Palenque family of Andrew, Alberta. We'll be seeing both entries 12 and 11 come on back for our Grand Champion female drive, but first we do have one mature cow coming into the ring before that championship. We're also ready in Horizon Ag Turf showing number 1 with comments from Judge Casey Phillips on this latest class of Limousin heifer calves. Folks, Judge Phillips presiding.
Thanks, Tracy. A real strong set of heifers here. I mean, you could start from one end to the other, and it's just little things in a group like this that you start to pick apart, I guess. But I think the one that wins the class is the most complete. When you really analyze this female, she's real good. She's really nice necked, really nice shoulder, travels well, so clean in her underline, so deep, so soggy, and just a really nice hip in her. That's a really good female. And I use this one in second place. I think she follows her up the closest from the rest in the class. She's maybe not quite as clean in through that navel, and her chest floor is the one that beats her. But you get in behind this female, she's really stout, really soggy, really good hip, and nice head on her too. Those are 2 powerful females. The third place female's probably the most attractive female in the class. I think she just gives up a little bit in terms of overall depth and width. When you get in behind her, she's not quite as wide topped as the other ones, but that's a real good female too. She's sound, she's super attractive and functional, and really good female. The red female's the largest frame female in the class in my eyes. I love the neck extension in the female. I think she just gives up a little bit in terms of length and overall muscle through that hooks to pin structure. Travels well too, just not quite as nice hip as the 3 that beat her. The last place female, I should say 5th, I guess. You know, more of a brood type cow than the ones that are above her today, but she's long spine, long bodied, good neck on that one too. Just maybe doesn't get out and move as well as the other ones above her today, but outstanding set of heifer calves.
Well, thank you, Casey, and your class winner advancing to our senior division final is entry number 15, RPY Payne's Tiana 21 NET, exhibited by Payne Livestock and Cornerstone Cattle Company. Second, and also advancing, entry number 17, exhibited by Payne Livestock and Pinnacle View Livestock, is RPY Payne's Bell 6 NET. Third in class went to EMF Nevada 505N from Eden Meadows Farm, entry number 18. Fourth in class, entry 14, Pinnacle's Natural 8N, exhibited by Pinnacle View Livestock of Quesnel. And fifth in class, entry number 19, Highs Natalie, owned by Chase High of Rocky View County. Our next class will be class number 15, and this is a banner division with our sponsors, including Wild Rose Reproductive and Diamond Sea Ranch.
Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 2 features our final class of our balancer percentage female division. This is our mature cow class. It is sponsored by Westcott Gelbfie. It's single entry, and we'll now have comments from Judge Brian McKenzie on his champion mature female division.
All right, thank you, Rob. Before we get into this class here, I do want to introduce my, my 2 ringmen, Carly and Ainsley here. Second-year students at the Olds College program down there. They wanted to come and get some experience doing this with their advisor, Leela, here. So put your hands together for my ring staff here. I think they're doing a wonderful job from the Olds College. Thank you. Tell you what, I asked the young lady that was showing the black heifer calf in front of this 3-year-old cow there that if they could split them off there to come in earlier there, and apparently you can't, so that's fine because she could have sure been an eye catcher in those heifer calf classes before, but she's here with her mother and I can see why. What a tremendous pair. Beautiful udder structure here on this cow. Very unassuming cow there, but doing a job like that on a heifer calf there, holy smokes, I think that's to be commended. Absolutely great depth of body, beautiful skull shape to that heifer calf there with really, really good muscling in her. I think that's a tremendous pair. This is going to be fun for this champion balancer class.
And thanks very much, Judge McKenzie. The Westcott Gelbfie sponsored champion mature cow in class number 13 is B&H Tibby's Independence 9K ET from the Holmans of B&H Livestock in Red Deer County. That's entry number 13. We'll be introducing you to a whole slew of contenders for champion, but first we need to introduce you to some contenders for a division champion over in Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 1. Tracy, do you want to do that for us before we hear from Judge Phillips?
Well, Rob, I'd love to introduce this senior heifer calf division, but first we're going to have comments from Judge Casey Phillips.
Well, thanks, guys. I think we got 4 real powerful females here. You know, we haven't seen a lot of numbers ahead, but the quality certainly is there. I mean, we went through 100. I think we'd end up with these 4 here. They're outstanding. They're all clean in their makeup. They're sound. They're functional, and they're all going to be cows. And no matter what breed they are, they all got to go out and produce. So I've commented them on it individually. So with that, I'll go select my champion and then my reserve in this division.
Thank you, Casey. And of course, going home with a banner sponsored by Wild Rose Reproductive Service, and that's going to our class winner from our second split. Congratulations to Payne Livestock and Cornerstone Cattle Company with RPY Payne's Tiana 21NET is your senior heifer calf champion, and your reserve goes to the class winner in our first split. And that entry from Double B Cattle Company and Venture Livestock, DBCC and New Dawn 10N, that's entry number 10. She'll be your reserve and taking home the banner from Diamond Sea Ranch. So congratulations to our 2 senior champions as they take a quick picture from show champions with their division banner. If you're watching the Limousin show, we've got a lot of volunteers to thank. Kira Axley and Annie Christensen Stewart for organizing the prizes. Designing the banners is Jill Renton, who has got a significant loyalty to the Limousin breed. Amanda Felicia, for helping with the AGM. And of course, the barn boss, one of the most important jobs, MacArthur Kowalchuk. Thank you so much. And of course, to our clerks, Lois Andrew, Tessa Verbeek, and number 1 presenter, Rylan Verbeek.
All right, so Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 2 is featuring the return of all of our contenders for our FARMFAIR International Gelbvieh Show Balancer and Percentage Grand Champion Female. You always hope that what you see in a champion class, a Grand Champion class, is the life cycle of that breed sex, whether it's the females or the bulls. So our champion junior heifer calf is entry number 1, DRCC Ms. Redline 5764N from Dusty Rose Cattle Company of DAP. Our champion intermediate heifer calf comes from JML Farms of Lamont, Alberta, entry number 2. That's JML Nightshade 8N, the reserve intermediate heifer calf champion, BPR Nancy 30N from RBPR Cattle Company of Kalmar, Alberta, and Black Poplar Ranch. Our senior heifer calf champion is JNA Duchess 352N from Duncan Pearson and Pearson Farms of Kalmar, Alberta. That's entry number 7. Our reserve senior champion heifer calf from Thorsby, Alberta, Tango Ridge Ranch, Shelby Horn, with entry number 6, DL Gentai Oreo 190N. Our champion yearling heifer is entry number 9, B&H Made Right Lou 7M from the Holmans of B&H Livestock of Red Deer County, and our reserve yearling champion is JML Moneypenny 19N, entry number 10 from Chase Lauren of JML Farms at Lamont, Alberta. Moving into the production units, our champion 2-year-old is GAC Golden Evangeline L111, entry number 11 from Green Acres Cattle Company of Andrew, Alberta. That's the Palenque family. They're the reserve division champion. The champion of that 2-year-old class is entry number 12, RTG Rosebud L109 from Rocky Talk Gelbvieh of Bashaw. And then our champion mature cow, again going back to B&H Livestock of Red Deer County, entry number 13, B&H Tibby's Independence 9KET. So these are our 3 calf division champions, our yearling champions, and our 2 cow-calf division champions. This class, our balancer percentage Grand Champion female, gets a buckle sponsored by Unger Land and Livestock and Cowlick Ranch, and a reserve champion prize presented by Ayla Gerling. So many thanks to our Grand Champion buckle sponsors, Unger Land and Livestock and Cowlick Ranch, and Ayla Gerling, our reserve Grand Champion. We'll move into our balancer and percentage Gelbvieh bulls once this class is done, and that'll move fast. So if you've got a junior heifer calf in the Gelbvieh show, you should be having it ready. You'll be coming into the ring in about 20 to 25 minutes time. Bud Light, a refreshing taste that's easy to enjoy at FARMFAIR International. We're proud of our sponsorship from Bud Light. And folks, Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2 featuring our Gelbvieh show. Our judge Brian McKenzie has looked at all of his division champions. We'll now hear from Judge McKenzie. Folks, here's Brian.
Thank you, Rob. Well, I tell you what, put your hands together there for an outstanding set of balancer females here out in the ring here right now. You guys can be proud of your percentage program there with a ring full of cattle like this. I tell you what, plumb impressed. Plumb impressed. I'm not going to go through these cattle and make a bunch of comments on them again. I don't think it's my job to take these cattle and point out the things that I have found personally on them. You guys are the important ones sitting out there in the stands that make your decisions based on a lot more information that I got out here. It's a visual thing for me. But you guys got information like pedigree, how they're bred, when they're bred, weights, performance on the calves, all kinds of information to make informed decisions of. So I'm out here in a matter of a few minutes, they're making a decision on cattle that every one of these exhibitors is very, very proud of. So with that, I'm going to go out and select my champion in reserve, but again, an outstanding set of balancer females to start this day off.
Folks, again, if you know Judge McKenzie, I think it's fair to say he's an old school judge. For him as a judge, it's based on phenotype, and that phenotype is going to end up giving our Unger Land and Livestock and Cowlick Ranch buckle to B&H Livestock of Red Deer County, the Holmans. Our mature cow champion is our grand champion balancer. Our reserve grand champion going to our 2-year-old champion, entry number 12, RTG Rosebud, L109 from Rocky Top Gelbfie of Alberta. Judge McKenzie sticking with the cow-calf pairs. Our mature cow is our grand champion. Our 2-year-old is our reserve grand champion. They'll move off for pictures, and we'll have comments now on this class of Limousin yearlings in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 1 from Judge Casey Phillips evaluating the Limousin.
4 nice females here in this division. They're all different in their makeup, and I think the one that wins it, I just like the way she's brings us a lot of freshness in her look. You study them from the side, she maybe doesn't look as deep-bodied as the one in second, but I think where she wins the class, she's just cleaner in her line. She's cleaner in that chest floor. You get in behind her, she's really wide top. She's full in that in her rib shape as well. She travels nice. She's got a good foot, and I think she's going to lay down a really nice udder. So she wins this class. Second place female is really deep-bodied. I really admire this one in her hook structure. She's square hip, travels nice, just maybe gives up a little bit in terms of cleanliness in through that brisket and chest floor, and then in through her neck to win the class, but those are 2 nice females. Third place female's real deep and soggy, real easy doing, just maybe carrying a little bit too much condition for me today, but a heifer I think that's going to be one heck of a brood cow. She's going to have a really nice udder, travels well, just going to be one big soggy mama in her time. And the 4th place female is really stout, just like to stretch her out a bit and make her freer in the way she travels and freer just in overall expression, but 4 real nice females again.
4 really nice females they are, and parading out as our champion yearling heifer is the entry from K. Axley Limousin of Czar with K. Axley Macchiato 91M. That's entry 20, taking home the banner, sponsored by High Cattle Company. Your reserve champion yearling heifer, entry 22. That's Pinnacles Meet Me Halfway 24M from Pinnacle View Livestock of Quesnel, and receiving a banner sponsored by Greenwood Cattle. Third in class, entry number 23, Highland Mysteria 12M, exhibited by Highland Stock Farms of Bragg Creek. And fourth in class, RG's Make It Tender 6M, exhibited by Pinnacle View Livestock of Quesnel. That was entry 21. Our next class into ring number 1 will be a single entry 2-year-old pair. So a 2-year-old pair single entry, class number 18 is next in the Horizon Ag and Tour show ring number 1.
Folks, in Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2, we're going to roll into our balancer and percentage bull show. There's only 3 bulls in 3 different classes, so we'll roll through those with Judge McKenzie, and then he will head off to the show champion shot box for pictures with his Grand and Reserve balancer champion, balancer percentage female, and his balancer percentage bull. So in the ring now is our intermediate bull calf. It's a single entry class, single entry division. Judge, your class is complete, and it's sponsored by Dusty Rose Cattle Company. So many thanks to Dusty Rose Cattle Company, sponsor of our intermediate bull calf division. And Judge McKenzie we're just going to roll. He's going to have the opportunity to talk about all 3 of these bulls in the Grand Champion Drive. So first place honors and our Dusty Rose Cattle Company sponsorship is going to go to AKS Nitro 49M, from Hay Lakes, Alberta's AKS Ranch. Congratulations, entry number 14, coming back for our Grand Champion Balancer and Percentage Bull Division. Next up will be our Senior Bull Calf. That's presented by C3 Farms, Peyton and Darby Calloway. Many thanks to C3 Farms, Peyton and Darby Calloway. In Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2, our Gelbvieh show. Second of the 3 divisions of our Balancer Bull show.
And over in show ring number 1, we're ready for comments on our single entry 2-year-old class from Judge Casey Phillips.
An outstanding pair here. I love the makeup of both of these. They're really nice flat-shouldered females, and yet lots of spring of rib, depth of rib. That calf is outstanding. So, you know, when you get a mama cow raising a baby like that, it makes things pretty easy. Really nice level hip female, lots of muscle in them, and yet still refined in their makeup and got lots of look to them. So, really nice pair in this single class.
Thank you, Casey. So your champion 2-year-old is entry number 24, RPY Paynes Lila 9L, exhibited by Eden Meadows Farm. And taking home the banner, sponsored by Venture Livestock Enterprises. Thank you to Ann and Wayne, of course, huge supporters of the Limousin breed. Our next class into the ring will be a single entry mature cow class. Single entry mature class number 20 is next. And then please make sure all of our Limousin division champions are ready. We're just a class away from the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Limousin female.
Folks, we're going to keep you on your toes here in Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2. In our ring right now is class number 22. This is our Balancer Percentage Junior Yearling Bull. It is a single entry class. And then we will be moving class 20 into the ring. This junior yearling division is sponsored by Dayspring Cattle, the Nielsen family. Many thanks to Dayspring Cattle, sponsor of this junior yearling division. And our class winner shall be the single entry number 17, JAB Michigan, 1M from Pin to Point Gelbvieh of Foothills, Alberta. That's Jeremiah Barnard on the halter with Pin to Point Gelbvieh, entry number 17, receiving our Dayspring Cattle Award for the champion junior yearling division. We'll be seeing him back in our Grand Champion Drive. Congratulations, Jeremiah Barnard and Pin to Point Gelbvieh. Moving now to class number 20 in your show program, our Senior Bull Calf, a February 6th model Balancer Bull Calf, and here he is. Once again, folks, this is the Senior Bull Calf division, sponsored by C3 Farms, Peyton and Darby Calloway. Judge McKenzie, your class is complete. And to both AKS Ranch with your intermediate bull calf and Pin to Point Gelbvieh with your junior yearling bull. Hopefully you've got those at hitching ring. You'll be in the ring in less than 2 minutes for our Grand Champion Drive. And we have comments on our Limousin cow-calf class in show ring number 1, sponsored by Horizon Ag and Turf, from Judge Casey Phillips as he moves into production in the Limousin show. Judge Phillips.
A nice pair here, real high productive female. That's a big whopping calf on the side of this cow. She's doing one heck of a job. They're long spined, adequate in their muscle shape, nice headed, really strong brood type pair here to win this division, this class.
Thank you, Casey. So our champion mature cow, entry number 25, 777 Keepsake 4K from RG Farms of Spirit River, and taking home the banner from Pinnacle View Livestock. So thank you to Aaron and family. Our champion mature cow, entry number 25 from RG Farms of Spirit River.
Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2 features our Balancer Percentage champion Gelbvieh Senior Bull Calf, sponsored by C3 Farms, Peyton and Darby Callaway. And this is entry number 15, JML New Boot Goofin 4N from JML Farms of Lamont, Alberta. Congratulations, JML Farms, our senior bull calf champion. So folks, that is going to bring us to our Balancer Percentage Bull Grand and Reserve Grand Champion class. There will be our 3 division champions in the ring, our intermediate bull calf, our senior bull calf, and our junior yearling bull, vying for the Grand Champion buckle presented by Nelson Gelbvieh, and our reserve Grand Champion prize sponsored by B&H Livestock. So we'll reintroduce you to our contenders. Our intermediate bull calf champion is entry number 14, AKS Nitro 49N from AKS Ranch of Hay Lakes, Alberta. JML New Boot Goofin 4N from JML Farms of Lamont, entry 15, is our champion senior bull calf. And our champion junior yearling bull is JAB Michigan 1M, entry number 17, from the Barnard family of Pin to Point Gelbvieh, down Foothills County Way, just south of Calgary. These 3 contenders are making up our Balancer Percentage Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Bull class, where Judge Mackenzie's first place, his Grand Champion, will receive a buckle from Nelson Gelbvieh, and the Reserve Champion a prize from B&H Livestock. And then our Gelbvieh show ring will take a break for pictures before we move into the purebred show with our purebred junior heifer calves, born April 1 to August 1st.
And Rob, we're going to introduce our champion drive lineup here in the Limousin show. We kick that off with our junior heifer calf champion. That's entry number 3, RPY Payne's Ashley 72N, exhibited by Payne Livestock of Lloydminster. Then our intermediate calf champions, we congratulated entry number 4, RPY Payne's Gretchen 63N from Payne Livestock of Lloydminster as our division champion, followed by entry number 6 from Shortgrass Limousin of Swift Current with SGL New Era 35N. And then our senior heifer calves, the champion is entry number 15, RPY Payne's Tiana 21N ET, exhibited by Payne Livestock and Cornerstone Cattle. Reserve senior heifer calf champion went to entry number 10, exhibited by Double B Cattle Company and Venture Livestock with DBCC, a New Dawn 10N. Our yearling champions, we declared entry number 20 as the division champion, K. Axley Macchiato 91M. That's from K. Axley Limousin of Czar. And our reserve junior yearling is entry number 22 from Pinnacle View Livestock of Quesnel, Pinnacle's Meet Me Halfway 24N. Our 2-year-old champion, entry number 24, that's RPY Payne's Lila 9L, exhibited by Eden Meadows Farms. And our mature cow champion, 777 Keepsake 4K, that's entry 25, exhibited by RG Farms of Spirit River. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our champion drive for the Limousin female drive. Everybody in the stands, let's give these exhibitors a huge round of applause. What a powerful set of Limousin females, and with that, we're going to have comments from our official judge, Casey Phillips.
Congratulations to you Limousin breeders. You brought out an outstanding set of females. They're all stout. I think you can see the breed characteristics in these as well, which is muscle and mass and lots of springer rib, and I think there's going to be some real outstanding females in the future come out of this. We got a really nice pair. Both pairs are exceptional in their makeup. The bred heifers are soggy and going to be good cows. Heifer calves are stout and attractive at the same time, which is hard to do, and I think you should all be proud of what you brought out in front of me today so far. So with that, I've commented on these as individual in their classes, and I'll just go find my champion and then my reserve. But congratulations to you all.
Congratulations to our 2-year-old pair will be your Grand Champion Limousin. Congratulations to Eden Meadow Farms with our Grand Champion Limousin female. That is RPY Payne's Lila 9L. And Casey's going with our senior heifer calf champion. Congratulations to Rocky on the halter with RPY Payne's Tiana 21NET, exhibited by Payne Livestock and Cornerstone Cattle Company. She'll be your reserve champion Limousin. So congratulations to our two champions. We are going to take a quick break. Go get your pictures at Show Champions. And Rob, I think you've been waiting patiently over in ring number 2.
Yes, and for the benefit of our Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2, Gelbvieh breeders, I promise, no more Mr. Nice Guy for me. But Mr. Nice Guy now from Brian McKenzie with his comments on our Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Balancer Percentage bull class.
Yeah, Tracy, that's me, Mr. Patient. Casey's done this more than me, so I appreciate you waiting patiently here at Gelbvieh Ring. Tell you what, we didn't make any comments on these calves in classes and stuff, but a nice group of 3 Gelbvieh Balancer bulls here. All different types and kinds that we got out here in the ring in all 3 of these. But I'm not going to be out here to tear them apart and be negative about them. The yearling bull has been used out there in their program, so they're going to have calves by him. He's going to be a part of their program. And the 2 calves coming up, whether they keep them and use them in their own programs or sell them here this spring, not my job to tell their buyers on what I found with them. They can go and find the attributes that they need to advance their program, because I'm sure they will with genetics like this. So with that, we're going to go with the yearling bull, and then we're going to go with the red calf in the middle for reserve.
And thank you very much, Judge McKenzie. Entry number 17 is our Grand Champion Balancer Percentage bull. Entry number 15 is our reserve. So entry number 17, JAB Michigan 1M from Jeremiah Barnard of Pin to Point, Gelbvieh. Entry number 17 receives the buckle from Nelson Gelbvieh. Thank you to Nelson and congratulations to Jeremiah. Our prize for Reserve Grand Champion is B&H Livestock, and that will be going to our senior bull calf, entry number 15, JML New Boot Goofin 4N. From Lamont, Alberta's JML Farms, our reserve Grand Champion, Balancer Percentage Gelbvieh bull. We too are on a bit of a break, folks, now, as Judge McKenzie heads off with his Grand and Reserve Grand Champion, Balancer Percentage female and bull. We'll be just a few minutes, and then we'll be moving into our purebred show, starting with our 5-head class of junior heifer calves. Those are the heifer calves born after April 1st this spring. But folks, turning our attention to sponsors for Farm Fair International 2025, be proactive with Cattle Active, all natural solution for maintaining rumen health and overall well-being. Get 10% off today. New sponsor this year, Cattle Active. So folks, make sure you be proactive with Cattle Active.
This landscape we're standing on right now has developed over millennia.
It's about balancing the proper growth, the proper stages of the grass that's there.
These lands are extremely vital to the health of the ecosystem.
It's my responsibility and duty to maintain that ecological cycle.
Love for the grazing lands, it's in every ounce of fiber that I have.
Alberta Beef, where land meets legacy.
You don't think that's too cheetah looking? Does that look cheetah looking?
No.
This NFL season, a clean, crisp taste that's easy to enjoy. Bud Light.
Cattle Active is unique in itself. You know, you can administer it however it is most convenient for you.
I've gone from an 80% breed up in my heifers to a 95, 96% consistent on the last 8 years.
Our whole goal here is the biggest, nicest calves and the cows that breed back and raise nice calves. So why not give them that extra boost, especially for the cost?
Less stress on me and less cost at the end of the day.
And there are a lot of gimmicks out there, but this isn't one of them.
Meet Joe. Joe knows that a happy partner equals a happy trip. Joe booked a room through Edmonton's besthotels.com and scored up to $225 in rewards. Hello date night, fancy dinner, the works. Joe is smart. Be like Joe. Visit edmontonsbesthotels.com to book your next stay in Edmonton.
Every day brings new challenges, and at High Hog, we're here to help you tackle them. Our manual cattle squeeze chute is designed to streamline your cattle handling. This chute is equipped with a reliable self-catching headgate adaptable to your operations, engineered for safety and convenience, putting you in full control. See the difference High Hog's manual chute can make. Visit highhog.com to learn more.
Alberta has always been a treasure trove of flavors. But with so many options out there, how can you be sure you're supporting your neighbors and nurturing the heart of your community? Introducing Made in Alberta, designed to help you support your local producers, processors, and growers, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Look for the Made in Alberta label. Together, let's build a stronger community, one neighborly choice at a time.
Meet the Harders, the 7% Mike's Harder lemonade family with the OG Mike's Harder, the 1-liter bottle, and the mix pack, flavors that go harder. That's the Mike's Harder lemonade family.
Actions may speak louder than words. But when those words are Canada's best powertrain warranty, or Canada's longest lasting heavy-duty diesel pickup, or even 540 horsepower, well, those words speak plenty loud. nothing stops Ram.
From the land to the lab, the Faculty of Agricultural, Life and Environmental Sciences is working on incredible advancements that produce more food, use less energy, and strike a better balance between our economy and our environment. We are leading the way in beef genomics and rangeland research, proving that producing quality beef cattle while protecting grasslands and saving money is possible and critical for advancing the economic, environmental, and social sustainability of Canadian beef. We're changing the world right here at the University of Alberta.
In the shop or in the field, minding crops and checking yield, behind the fence and on the road, you'll find an unspoken, honored code. An understanding to provide, to feed the people near and wide, to carry the workload on their shoulders and pass it on when they get older. With grit as their strength and pride as their armor, we thank goodness for the Canadian farmer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us over in show ring number 1, we are ready to get back to business here in the Limousin show. We're going to kick that off with class number 23, our percentage bull calves. And for Judge Casey Phillips, we have 2 entries in our percentage bull calf. 2 entries. That'll be followed by another bull calf class. Nope. This is the declaration of our percentage champion and reserve. My apologies. These individuals are vying for the banner sponsored by SVM Therapy. So thank you to Sarah for the SVM Therapy, and the reserve receives a banner sponsored by Payne Livestock. So not only are these a division, but this is your grand and reserve grand champion percentage bull class.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Horizon Ag and Turf show ring number 2 featuring our Gelbvieh show is back in business, and ain't a grand. What you have are 3 head representing our junior heifer calf division, junior heifer calf class, and junior heifer calf division. This is sponsored by JML Farms. And we do have 2 scratches from your show program. Please scratch entry number 19 and entry number 20. Please scratch entries number 19 and 20, leaving us with 3 junior heifer calves, of which first and second will be division champions and will be advancing to our grand champion female drive at the completion of our purebred show. Again, this division sponsored by JML Farms. Judge Brian McKenzie of Bryler Ranch at Pincha Creek, Alberta, your class is complete.
We'll have comments on our champion percentage bull class from Judge Casey Phillips.
2 nice bulls in this class to get the bull show started. A little different in their makeup. Bull wins a class, I think, is the more of the beef bull. He's a little bit longer spine, a little more masculine in through that front end than the bullets in second. Both are adequate in testicle development for this age. Nice footed, stout, just a little more length and a little more body to the one that wins it today.
Congratulations to our champion percentage bull calf. That's going to entry number 27, RG's New World Order 6N from RG Farms of Spirit River, and receiving the banner from SVM Therapy. And our reserve champion percentage bull, entry number 46, Plains Notorious 6M, exhibited by Plains Limousin of Wainwright, and receiving the banner from Payne Livestock. Congratulations to Plains Limousin and RG Farms, your champion and reserve champion percentage bull calf.
Clean Farms is a nonprofit industry-funded stewardship organization working to support Canadian farmers in recycling agricultural plastic. FARMFAIR International wants to thank Clean Farms for their sponsorship and support of our event here in 2025. Clean Farms. And we're ready with comments on our JML-sponsored Gelbvieh Junior Heifer Calf Division and class, folks. Judge Brian McKenzie.
Well, thank you, folks. Apologize there that took a little longer at the backdrop than we anticipated there, but it's very important for those guys to get the right kind of pictures on their cattle. I understand that, so thanks for being patient. Nice class of heifer calves out here. You get sorting down there, and it's nitpicky stuff there, but I tell you what, these top two that are going to lead off this class, you could have flip-flopped these either way. There's about 2.5 weeks difference in age there and stuff, but it all came down to me, just a little nicer headed calf there, a little nicer skull-shaped on the first calf. Love her rib, but that youngest calf in the class in the middle there, boy, I tell you what, moving forward in her future, she's going to be awfully tough going ahead there. Very close class here to start this heifer calf class off. The black heifer calf, very striking profile there, but I just like to make her just a little bit stouter in that heart girth. That's the only differences there today. But nice class of calves to start this Gelbvieh purebred division off.
Many thanks, Brian. Our junior heifer calf champion, sponsored by JML Farms, is AWB Twinview Sugar 122N. From the Twinview Livestock Boys, entry 21 from Parkbeg, Saskatchewan, is first in class and our division champion. Second place in our reserve division champion is B&H Livestock from Red Deer County, entry number 18. B&H Not Just a Dream 28N. If you're marking your show program on our Gelbvieh Junior Heifer Calves, entry number 18 is second, 19 is a scratch, and 20 is a scratch. 21 is first, and 22 is third. We'll move into our intermediate heifer calves next. But Judge Casey Phillips is ready to comment on his single entry class in our Limousin show in Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 1. Folks, here is Judge Phillips.
Real nice single entry, real moderate, stout calf, really wide based, good foot, nice skull. A bull I really like and admire for his overall muscle and mass, and a real good calf to lead this class, I guess. He could have stood some more competition. I think he's real high quality right from front to back.
Thank you, Casey. So our junior bull calf champion is entry 47 from Plains Limousin with Plains Negroni 14N, and receiving a banner sponsored by 777 Cattle Company. So again, congratulations to Plains Limousin, your junior bull calf champion.
Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2, featuring our Farm Fair Gelbvieh show, now has the largest class we've seen so far. These are our intermediate heifer calves. The first heifer into the ring is born March 16th, and the final heifer into the ring is born February 17th, so you've got from mid-February to mid-March as the age differential in these intermediate heifer calves. 6 heifer calves in the ring. The ring is as complete as is your show program, so Judge Brian McKenzie, your class is complete, and we want to thank FJB Gelbvieh for their sponsorship of our intermediate heifer calf division. First and second in this class will also be our division champions. Thanks to FJB Gelbvieh for their sponsorship. Ready to elevate your construction or home improvement projects? Visit Cooper Equipment Rentals at 20704 118th A Avenue, Northwest Edmonton. Cooper Equipment Rentals, serving contractors across Canada with unmatched service and support.
And with that, folks, we have our intermediate bull calf division ready for comments from Judge Casey Phillips.
We got a really nice bull to lead this class off. He's super long spine, wide top, wide hip, good foot, nice testicle development on this bull for his age. He's masculine through the front end, yet nice shouldered, real strong calf to win the class. Second place bull's real powerful as well. He's deep and soggy. Maybe gives up a little bit in terms of cleanliness through the front end, but he's wide based, wide topped, and a really nice bull to be in second. Third place bull just gives up a little bit in terms of overall balance and depth right from front to back. Nice bull, I think with some time he's probably going to pop and get a little stouter again, but three real good bulls in this class.
Thank you, Casey. So our intermediate bull calf champion goes to entry 30 from Payne Livestock with RPY Payne's Mechanic 47NET and receiving the banner from Bar Diamond K Cattle. Your reserve intermediate bull calf champion, that is SGL Notorious 58N from Shortgrass Limousin of Swift Current with entry number 29, also receiving the banner from North Slope Farms and K Axley Limousin. Third in class, entry number 28, Cowlchuck's Nobleman from Bar Diamond K Cattle. That was entry 28. So thank you to our banner sponsors and congratulations to our intermediates. Our next class into the ring will be our senior bull calves.
In Horizon Egg and Turf showing number 2, we're featuring our Gelbvieh show. We are ready for comments from our judge, Brian McKenzie, on his intermediate heifer calf division, sponsored by FJB Gelbvieh. Folks, Judge McKenzie presiding.
Thank you, Rob. Well, a little bit of everything in this class here, but boy, I tell you what, nice set of heifer calves there for the second class of calves in the Gelbvieh show. I got to give the young man a hard time there on the leadoff calf there. It must be his first show coming out here today, or the heifers, I'm not sure. But anyway, when she walked in the ring there, she just had a presence about her. Couldn't do anything but use her to come out on top of this class there. I asked the young fella there showing her if he was in the right show, and he said he was pretty sure. So there you go. That's a beautiful heifer calf to lead this off. Black heifer calf in second place. Love how feminine she is and how straight she is over that top. She's got a lot of really good things about her here, and moving forward in her future, she's going to be one productive animal, but just ran into a powerhouse just ahead of her. Lots of little differences down here at the end of this class there, but all in all, a really good set of heifer calves there. All these exhibitors can be proud of these, and they're going to go home and make cows out of them there or put them in their production sales, and they're going to have a great future ahead of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge McKenzie. Our intermediate heifer calf champion is entry number 27, AWB Twinview Lexus ADN from Twinview Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. They'll be receiving the intermediate heifer calf division award from FJB Gelbvieh, and so will our reserve division champion, entry number 03, B&H Nellie Lou 2N from B&H Livestock of Red Deer County, Alberta. If you are marking a show program on class number 33, our Gelbvieh show intermediate heifer calves, entry number 24 places 4th. Entry number 3 is 2nd. Entry number 23 is 5th. Entry number 25 is 3rd in class. Entry number 26 is 6th. Entry number 27 is our class winner. So we move now into our senior heifer calves, and we have 2 splits, 2 classes of 4. The first one, our youngest heifer is February 8th. Our oldest is January 25th. So a couple weeks age difference from late January to early February. Our judge will advance 2 from each of these divisions to come into our senior heifer calf division championship, sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh. And with 4 in the ring, Judge McKenzie, your class is complete.
And folks, if you're watching in the stands or watching online, please scratch entry number 39. Entry 39 is a scratch.
Country Junction Feed. Proud to fuel your cattle for the show world, one ribbon at a time. Many thanks to Country Junction Feed for your sponsorship of FARMFAIR International 2025.
And with that, folks, we have placings on our senior bull calf class and comments from Judge Casey Phillips.
A real outstanding set of 5 bulls in this class. 2 real powerful bulls that come to the top. I think the difference between the two is I like the sogginess and the soundness of the red one over the black. The black one's maybe a little bit stouter when you get in behind them, but I think when you analyze the two and compare them, they're both adequate in muscle shape and size, testicle development. I just think the red bull's a little softer made and moving a little bit better for me today. And he's not quite as round in that pin set as the black, but those are 2 outstanding bulls. I mean, you're just pulling fine hairs here to find the one you like first or second. 3rd place, I really love this bull from the side view. He's deep, he's soggy, he's square made. He just gets under himself a little bit for me today in his back hind legs, but a bull I think that's got a bright future as well. The next 2 bulls down the line, just a little greener in their makeup, not quite the muscle mass as the bulls in 1, 2, and 3, but 5 outstanding bulls in this class.
Thank you so much, Casey. So your senior bull calf champion is entry 33, DBCC, Nacho Libra, 11NET, exhibited by Double B Cattle Company and Pinnacle View Livestock. That's entry 33. Your reserve, and receiving the banner from Gone West Media. Your reserve champion senior bull calf, taking home a banner sponsored by Twisted K Limousin, is entry number 38 from Payne Livestock and Eden Meadow Farms and Lazy S. That's RPY Payne's Barricade 2N. 3rd in class, entry 37 from Chase High. That's High's Nashville 508N. And 4th in class, entry 35.
Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring number 2 is featuring now our first split of our senior heifer calves. Judge has them placed. Let's hear all about it from Brian McKenzie.
Thank you, Rob. Well, I tell you what, there's a class, a powerful class of heifer calves there. You could go a lot of different ways in this class, but unfortunately when you're showing cattle, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, you got to make some decisions. And in my mind there's lots of little things you can do and change about every animal in the world and stuff, but this heifer calf that I'm going to lead this off with, the first thing that grabbed me was the length of body on this calf. Absolutely amazing. But for a calf that long, lots of times there when you get these cattle, maybe not so much as heifer calves, but when they get a little older in their career and they get that long-sided, they get a little looser top, but this calf certainly isn't. She holds herself and moves around the ring very, very well. There's a lot of calf there, and I'm pretty happy to start it off with her. This heifer calf in second, you know, awfully close decision there and stuff. Love her head structure, love her up through the front end, got great barrel on her, whatnot. Maybe just if she was a nickel longer there, she'd keep up with the other one, but that's a very good pair of heifer calves. You get into these 2 down here on the bottom, and again, you know, I'm a head structure guy, I'm a hair guy, and I certainly hope everybody's noticed where I start out looking at the class, and that's over there on the mats there where you can get a good look at their feet. Just lots of little different things you can do, but great set of heifer calves here to this second class of Gelbvieh heifer calves.
Thanks very much, Judge McKenzie. Our top 2 will be advancing to our Senior Heifer Calf Division Championship, sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh and Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring number 2. And that is entry number 28, winning this class from Davidson Gelbvieh of Pontiac, Saskatchewan. DVE Davidson's Ms. Optimus 69N. We'll be seeing her back in the ring for the division championship, as well as AWB Twin View Rebecca 55N, entry number 29 from Twin View Livestock, and Chloe Wagner of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. If you're marking your show program on that first split of senior Gelbvieh heifer calves, entry 28 is first, 29 second. Entry 30 is 4th, and entry 31 is 3rd. Now we have 4 heifer calves coming into the ring for the second split of our senior heifer calves, top 2 advancing to our next class, which will be the senior heifer calf division. Over in Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring number 1, Judge Casey Phillips with comments on this class of Limousin bulls. Folks, Judge Phillips of Wassetna, Alberta.
A real nice single entry here, a long spine bull. He gets out and moves nice, you know, straight top. He's bowled through that front end and yet real clean, smooth jointed, nice foot on the bull. A real nice bull right here.
Thank you, Casey. So your junior yearling bull champion, entry 48, exhibited by Plains Limousin of Wainwright, is Pinnacle's Plains Moneyman, 433M. So congratulations once again. And receiving the banner, compliments of Andrew Ranches. So thank you to our banner sponsors once again. Our champion junior bull, entry number 48 from Plains Limousin.
Davis Reardon has 35 years of experience with bovine embryo transfer. They provide a high quality of service both on farm or at their state-of-the-art center located on Highway 2A between Carstairs and Crossfield. Their experienced and highly trained staff are committed to providing the highest quality of service and obtaining optimal results. Many thanks to Dr. Adam Shireman and the crew of Davis Reardon for being longtime sponsors of FARMFAIR International.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the heavy hitters have entered the ring. This is our senior bull class, class number 38 for Judge Casey Phillips. There's 2 entries in this class. And our banner sponsors for the senior bull division is Plains Limousin and Redline. So thank you to our banner sponsors for class number 38.
Edmonton's BestHotels.com is a proud sponsor of FARMFAIR International, where Western Canada's best comes together. Thank you to Edmonton's BestHotels.com. Explore Edmonton Corporation is the destination management and marketing organization for the capital city of Alberta, right here, Edmonton. Explore Edmonton Corporation, or EEC, tells our capital city's story, elevating the Edmonton experience and generating inbound visitation. FARMFAIR International is forever indebted to Explore Edmonton for being our host and a primary sponsor. Thank you to Explore Edmonton.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our results in ring number 1 with our senior bulls, and here to talk them is our judge, Casey Phillips.
2 true beef bulls here in this class, both really stout, both really soggy. I think the one that comes to the top just brings us a little more presence and look. He's so nice shouldered, so attractive in through that front end. Beautiful skull on the bull. He's clean in his underline, and he's a little bit bigger testicle than the Bullets in second. The Bullets in second's a powerhouse, so in terms of muscle mass and dimension, and just maybe not quite as sharp in his makeup as the Bullet beats him, but those are 2 outstanding herd bulls.
Thank you, Casey. So our senior champion bull, entry 41, that's AHLGW Livin' the Dream, exhibited by Greenwood Cattle, After Hours Limousin, and Nordal Limousin and Angus. So congratulations to that syndicate. Entry number 41 is our senior bull champion, receiving the banner from Plains Limousin. And our reserve champion senior bull, entry number 40, High's Legacy ET, exhibited by Chase High and Diamond Sea Ranch, receiving the banner from Redline. So congratulations to our 2 senior bulls. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our champion bull drive next.
Well, we are on our second split of our Gelbvieh Senior Heifer Calves in Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring number 2. This division sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh. Our placings are done for our second split, and Judge McKenzie will tell us all about it.
Obviously pretty close in this class. I took a little more time with these top 2 heifer calves there and stuff. When I first walked in the ring, I thought this black heifer calf in second was going to come out on top. You get to analyzing her, and there's just a few little things you'd like to change. Like I said all day, I'm not going to beat them up here on the mic because these exhibitors are going to go home and make donor cows out of them or sell them in their production sales and do very good things with them. But when you're judging there, you just got to come up with little differences, and I've told each of the exhibitors a few things about them there. But this heifer calf on top, though, she just wins this class there from pure raw horsepower, meat, muscle, depth of rib, lots of things to her there that I can appreciate and stuff. And the heifer calf in second, like I said, the old man cows is coming out again there with that volume of rib. But just small little details is why I put the black one in second place. Nice pair of calves here at the end here on this class too. This is a very intriguing show for me today there. And I congratulate all the exhibitors there. Nice set of cattle that have come out in front of me so far.
Thanks very much, Judge McKenzie. And topping that nice set of cattle, entry number 34 is our class winner, J&A Baby Spice, 358 NET from Pearson Farms of Kalmar, Alberta. She'll be remaining in the ring and waiting now for our Senior Heifer Calf Championship. And waiting alongside her is entry number 33, AWB Twin View Natalie, 6NET. From Twin View Livestock, the boys of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. If you're marking a show program on that second split, entry number 32 places third. Entry 33 is second, 34 is first, and entry 35 is fourth. So now we are into our Purebred Senior Heifer Calf Championship sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh, where our 2 firsts and our 2 seconds come back into the ring for our judge to determine who represents those January and early February heifer calves in our Grand Champion Female Drive. First place in our first class is entry 28 from Davidson Gelbvieh of Pontiac, Saskatchewan. DVE Davidson Ms. Optimus 69N is first in that class. Second, entry number 29 from Chloe Wagner and the boys of Twin View Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan, AWB Twin View Rebecca 55N, placing second. Or will it be entry number 34, who won our second split, J&A Baby Spice 358 NET from Pearson Farms of Kalmar, Alberta, which won that second split, or second place, the Twin View Livestock folks, again from Parkbeg, entry 33, AWB Twin View Natalie 6NET. The class in Horizon Ag and Turf Show Ring 2 is our Senior Gelbvieh Heifer Calf Champion, sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our eyes are focused on show ring number 1, and I'll reintroduce you to those champions. Junior Bull Calf champion is Plains Negroni 14N from Plains Limousin. Our intermediate bull calf, RPY Paynes Mechanic 47NET from Payne Livestock. Our reserve intermediate, SGL Notorious 58N from Shortgrass Limousin. Then into our senior bull calves, our champion is DBCC Nacho Libre 11NET. And reserve senior is RPY Paynes Barricade 2N from Payne Livestock and Eden Meadow Farms. Our junior bull champion is entry number 48. That's Pinnacles Plains Moneyman 433M, exhibited by Plains Limousin. And our senior bull champion is AHL GW Livin' the Dream, exhibited by Greenwood Cattle, After Hours Limousin, and Nordal Limousin and Angus. And with that, folks, he's a decisive man, and coming from an outstanding family in Northern Alberta, none other than Casey Phillips. Put your hands together, the Limousin fraternity, for a great job that Casey has done today.
Well, thank you, Tracy, and thanks to the Limousin Association for having me out today. I love looking at good cattle, and we've certainly seen a lot of them today. Lots of breed characteristics here. They're stout and sound, and all going to go on to be powerful herd bulls to shape the direction of your breed in the future. And I think we've got a couple outstanding ones here to come to the top in my mind, but you've got big decisions as breeders on your own to make as far as EPDs, pedigrees, and type and kind, whether you want a stouter one or a bigger framed one, depending on your cow herd. I think there's some excellent choices out here for you. with that, I'll select my champion and in my reserve, and congratulations to all you breeders for bringing out such an exceptional set of cattle today.
Well, congratulations, folks. Our 2-year-old bull is your grand champion, representing the Limousin breed at Supreme Saturday. Congratulations to Greenwood, After Hours Limousin, and Nordal Limousin and Angus. Your 2-year-old is champion, and your senior bull calf will be reserve overall. Congratulations to Double B Cattle and Pinnacle View Livestock. They are our top 2. Representing the Limousin breed. And folks, we are going to run right into our group classes before we go for pictures. So our next class into the ring is going to be our Get of Sire. So please, Payne Livestock, have your Get of Sire class ready.
Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2, featuring our Gelbvieh show, just declared a few moments ago, our Senior Heifer Calf Division champion, sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh. They both came out of our first split of senior heifer calves, so you could call them, if you want to confuse things, our junior senior heifer calves. And number 28 is our senior heifer calf champion, sponsored by Hilltop Gelbvieh. That's for Davidson Gelbvieh of Pontiac, Saskatchewan. Entry number 28, DVE Davidson Ms. Optimus 69N. She'll be coming back in on behalf of our senior heifer calves in the pole position for our grand champion female drive, and will be joined in reserve by entry number 29, AWB Twin View Rebecca 55N from Chloe Wagner and Twin View Livestock of Parkbeg, Saskatchewan. In our Gelbvieh ring now is our junior bred heifer class. These are all the heifers born from March 20th onward. There are 3 late March heifers and led off by a May heifer, representing the junior yearling division, sponsored by Twin View Livestock. First and second will also be division champions in this class, and will be advancing to our grand champion female drive. Feeding cattle, baling hay, or clearing snow, Horizon Ag and Turf has the tools to tackle it all. Check out their lineup of John Deere utility tractors and attachments, and ask about livestock loyalty discounts at your local Horizon Ag and Turf. With 13 locations across Alberta, they're your local John Deere experts. And we are right here in the Horizon Ag and Turf show ring at Farm Fair International. Show ring number 1 currently concluding our annual Limousin show. Show ring number 2 continuing on with our Gelbvieh show.
We'll have comments in our Get a Sire Championship class from Judge Casey.
Yeah, 3 outstanding individuals here in this Get a Sire group. They're all stout, sound, functional, like peas in a pod. And if you got a sire can do that, you've really got something. So really nice group here.
Thank you so much, Casey. And your grand champion, Get of Sire. I'm doing some guessing, guys, but I think I'm correct when I say this is SSTO Guns N' Roses 9408 GET is your champion, Get a Sire. Congratulations to Payne Livestock. And they are receiving the Get of Sire banner, sponsored by Hard Rock Land and Cattle.
And we're ready with comments from Brian McKenzie in our Gelbvieh Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2, our junior bred heifer division championship. Folks, here's Brian.
Thank you, Rob. Tell you what, folks, pretty nice set of bred heifers here coming out here and stuff. We're going to start the class off with the youngest heifer in the class by quite a little bit there. She's a May heifer. I just like the overall balance in the eye appeal to her. Beautiful structured head, very well balanced through her lines. You get behind her and there's plenty there, but I guess most thing that I appreciate the most of her is that beautiful little banquet coming down between her hind legs there. She's going to have a gorgeous udder. That's pretty darn good heifer to lead this class off. Small little things now why this, the power heifer of the class obviously is in second place there and stuff. tell you what, it's a small thing, but it's a big thing for me. I look at cattle like I look at my own cattle, and I just like to make her a little bit better sculled there on that. But other than that, I love that heifer there. She was awfully close there, but again, when you're putting cattle in first or second, there's just small little things there. That's a darn good heifer in her own right. These other two down at the end here just ran into a pretty good, powerful pair of heifers here again. This young man's having a heck of a good time out here showing this black heifer. Both are very good in their own right, and they're going to go on and have a great future for their owners and for your breed. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge McKenzie. Our Twin View Livestock sponsored champion junior yearling Gelbvieh heifers, entry number 36, Flaidland Marion, 63M from Ruby Fellauer of RBPR Cattle Company at Kalmar, Alberta. The heifer bred by Royal Western Gelbvieh is our division champion and will be advancing to our grand champion female class. Royal Western Gelbvieh actually has the reserve junior yearling champion, second in this class, entry 39, RWG Parkland M320. Marking your show program on the junior bred heifer class, entry 36 is first, 39 second, entry 40 is third, and entry 38 is fourth in that division sponsored by Twin View Livestock. We'll be moving now into our senior bred heifer division, sponsored by none other than Milnes Gelbvieh.
And over in ring number 1, Casey's going to comment on our progeny of dam. This is RPY Payne's Fawn 53F. So Casey, take it away.
Yeah, two real powerful females here that we've commented on earlier in the show, but they're peas in a pod. You darn near think they were cloned. They're identical in their makeup, really sound and functional, and two outstanding females.
Thank you, Casey. So your champion progeny of dam goes to Payne Livestock. And I think we're adding our other two to make our breeders herd. Single entry in this as well, and this is exhibited by Payne Livestock.
And just to wrap the show up here, we got a heck of a group of 4. You know, we've commented on them already, but something certainly to be proud of. Stout, functional, and sound, and real good group.
Thank you, Casey. So let's put our hands together for Payne Livestock. They're your premier breeder and exhibitor, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Paynes. Those banners, of course, thank you to Highland Stock Farm for the breeders' herd banner. And we just want to congratulate those folks. And once again, if we would have pictures over at the Show Champion shop box, that would be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in the Limousin show. And we are only 45 minutes away from our Simmental showing in show ring number 1. So grab a coffee, grab some lunch, and we're back at it at 12 o'clock.
Another of our major Farm Fair International sponsors is Made in Alberta, proudly brought to you by the Alberta Food Processors Association. Discover local food and drinks on the new Made in Alberta app and madeinalberta.com. Thank you to Made in Alberta. We also, in Horizon Ag and Turf showing number 2 and our Gelbvieh show, want to thank our Gelbvieh ring staff, Janet Kerr, as well as 2 representatives of the Olds College Red Angus show team, Carly Klein and Ainsley Dow. Many thanks to these ladies for working with Judge McKenzie to keep our Gelbvieh show